Growing up without a father. I never knew my father. He never carried me on his shoulders. He never hugged me or kissed me goodnight. He never told my future husband that he would rip his head off if I ever cried. He never walked me to the door or hugged me goodbye. He never told me he was proud of me. The only thing I ever heard about him was that he left, didn't want to, couldn't cope, didn't love, didn't help. Is it safe to say that I live an unhappy life without my father? No. Sometimes I felt a certain discomfort as a child, comparing myself to other children who had fathers. But despite this, I grew up as a normal, strong, and independent person. And for the first time, I acutely felt the absence of a father when it was pointed out by other people. Thanks to my mom, I never felt deprived, unhappy, inferior. I was loved, understood, not offended, welcomed, warmed. My mom worked hard to give me a better life and a better education. She was the most important person in my life. For years, I asked myself, would I be able to have a good family? Would I be a loving mother to my children? Would I be a good wife if I didn't have a father? Statistically, there are a lot of people like me. Psychological studies show that being without a father is bad. The absence of him in a child's life negatively affects the development of personality and future well-being. This applies to education, psychological health, future family relationships, and choice of profession. But I am sure that one cannot summarize all life stories and situations under a common line. Everything is individual. Of course, it's good to have a loving father, especially one who is portrayed in movies, books, or a constructed ideal image in our imagination. But if it doesn't work out, if he doesn't exist, can't a child grow up happy? Fatherless children are in a difficult position. Raising a child or several children is not easy. A woman has to be a father and a mother to him. She has to work hard and earn money to support herself and her children. She has less time to be with her children, to help them. All these things torment a woman and make her life stressful. My mom worked hard to earn a living. In addition to my brother and me, she had retired grandparents. She helped them. Of course, I missed her a lot when she worked shifts and taught private lessons during the day, but at the same time was very proud of her. She did her best to raise me to be confident and happy. My mom didn't speak ill of my father, nor did she oppose herself in him. She spoke honestly about him, and I never felt hurt or disappointed in him. I accepted his absence as part of our lives. It is important for a child to see his mother's emotions. It informs him on how to deal with a situation in life. If it is important for a girl to know that she is beautiful and to believe that she is special, I always felt it around my mom, then a boy needs a male ideal, needs an example of masculinity to form his masculine self. This will help him to form and enter the adult world of men with a minimum number of complexes. And it is important for a woman to support this aspiration in her son. And our mother tried to support it as much as she could. The relationship between mother and father is the foundation of future relationships in a growing child. And if there is no father, it is much more difficult to build a correct and harmonious relationship. But I try to think that everything that happens in life is for the best. We don't choose our fathers, but we do choose what kind of life we want to live. A person needs to learn to survive, to learn to live and be prepared for difficult situations, to learn to be happy with what we have. And thinking about the absence of my father does not make me unhappy. It makes me more purposeful, mature, responsible, able to build my life the way I want. When I need wise fatherly advice and guidance, I ask myself, if I had a father, what would he say to me? And I try to find the answer in my heart. We came into this world to learn from our experiences and the experiences of others, and to learn how to live, to love, to forgive, to understand. And my failed father, who is still not around, gave the most important lesson of all. Children cannot be betrayed. This is something that is not forgotten and leaves a trace